I'm looking forward to this 50th anniversary this year. I was actually not in Rotary in 72 when Oliver Gaffney started the program, but I did join in 74. Then we had a gathering always in the end of October, and we brought the students here to Stratford to see the theater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then sometimes we went on to Toronto or to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
To get them to show them that area.
Mm-hmm.
And then we always had another thing in the spring, in the wintertime. I don't know whether they're still doing it, but Thornbury Clarksford Club hosted us for a skiing weekend. Well, I always thought was the enthusiasm of the kids. That's what always kept me going. And you'd organize something and they would really enjoy it. And also as a parent with children at almost youth exchange age when I started, I could see that their interest was there too. So one of our boys became an exchange student. The other boy would have, but just didn't have an opportunity.
And I've been a Rotarian in Stratford since 1980, and one of the things that got me into the Stratford Rotary Club was that my daughter applied to go on exchange right at that time, and all of a sudden I became involved in the Rotary Youth Exchange program. I became a very good friend of Bert Clifford, who was instrumental in helping to develop the program throughout the whole district. And it wasn't very long until he was saying to me, Norm, I want you to be the inbound coordinator for the district. And again, before I knew it, I was working at the club level and the district level. When your birthday comes up and you open your email account and here's all these messages from around the world. Holy smokes, what's going on?
Yeah, that's right. It's a pretty.
They don't forget you.
Thing.
And I was making up a Rotary meeting at the Stratford Rotary Club.
Okay.
And I checked in and went in the door, and a fellow came up to me and introduced himself as Bert Clifford. He said, "Won't you come and sit at my table?" And I said, "Well, fine, thanks, Bert. I mean, it's awfully kind of you." And so I sat down at his table, and he said, "John, do you know anything about youth exchange?" I said, "Well, no, I'm just a new Rotarian. Only been Rotarian for about 5 or 6 years." And it would be about 3 or 4 weeks later, I walked into my Rotary meeting in London, and there's my new friend, Bert Clifford. And he said, "If you got a moment after lunch, John, I've got your first youth exchange student for you. I have 2 full applications here for you, and I have 4 guarantee forms, which have to be signed by the club president and the secretary, and you have to sign, and the first host family has to sign, and you also have to have the school sign, accept them. Oh, and here's my card in case you need some help, and I need them back in about 2 weeks' time." My daughter was a youth exchange student to Holland. Her husband is Rotary Youth Exchange to New Mexico, and my grandson is youth exchange to Taiwan. It's my life basically has revolved with Rotary around the Rotary Youth Exchange program.
Okay. Hello, everyone. It's Rick Coates here. Many of you past students will probably remember me, especially if you were in the program back in at the turn of the millennium and that. I had an exceptional team as district chair back then. Don Moore was my inbound coordinator, and Don Bork, along with his wife Danielle, were the outbound coordinators. Catherine Buckley was the conference chair. And I was very proud of the fact that at that time we had 29 inbounds in our district for my last year, and we had 33 outbounds go out. The other thing that really pleased me about my time as an active member of the district committee was that I was able, with the assistance of my daughter Tori Coates, to bring Rotex into our district, and they became an absolutely integral part of the Rotary District 6330 team and training sessions and all the activities we ran.
Hello, District 6330 alumni. It is my pleasure to bring celebration to this wonderful occasion on our 50th anniversary of Youth Exchange in this magnificent Rotary District. I've been part of Rotary Youth Exchange since I joined Rotary in 1996 and soon came onto the District Youth Exchange Committee, and it has been a wonderful journey. And I love to share all the experiences that our outbound students are going through as they prepare for their exchange, and then to hear about their exchange when they return. I love to be with our inbound students, meeting them, learning about their cultures, learning a little bit of their language, and just seeing how teenagers from all around the world mesh into one group of friends for life, each other. He's been quoted many, many times. Former Rotary International President Carl Wilhelm Stemhammer from Sweden has said that if every 17-year-old in the world went on Rotary Youth Exchange, we would have no more wars. And how true that is. I want to thank all of you host moms and host dads who have hosted students. I want to thank all of you parents who have been so brave to allow your son or daughter to go out on this Rotary Youth Exchange program. And most of all, I thank the students who were brave enough to take that step and to come back grown up and promoting peace within their own communities. And hopefully, if you haven't already, we hope you will join Rotary one day.
And you know, I just was so interested in the program, and I met so many great kids that it influenced me and it persuaded me to become a Rotarian. You have to see this to believe it. You have to see like 20 kids, 25 kids, 30 kids from that many different countries all come together for a weekend. This is a great program. This is, in my opinion, the best thing that Rotary does is youth exchange. So I'm hoping that everyone has a great day today. I'm hoping that we will bump into someone that we haven't seen, we haven't talked to, we haven't heard from for some period of time. I'm hoping that all those host families that have given of themselves their time and their talents to host a student from around the world will meet that student again.
I was asked to share a few memories and highlights of my youth exchange career, which I thought was going to be easy until I started looking back over the past 20 plus years. But the first highlight is got to be when we get to welcome our outbounds back as rebounds at the CSRYE conference in Grand Rapids, Michigan. They have a special energy when they return, and it's incredible hearing about their experience and how they survived and thrived while on exchange. The next highlight is as a host parent, when your student starts thinking and behaving like they've been part of your family their entire life. It's reassuring that they're comfortable and fitting in, but at the same time, quite terrifying. My third highlight I want to mention is our Camp Presqu'île conference, when we meet with all the new inbound students for the first time. For those of us on the district committee, this is easily our favorite conference. There are certain dangers involved when teaching inbound students how to roast marshmallows, but we always have a great time. And sometimes we're really lucky and also get to see the Northern Lights. However, I think the absolute best part about being involved with Rotary Youth Exchange is when you have the opportunity to meet one of your past exchange students or host families 5, 10, 20 years later. Although people change a lot over the years, there's an immediate connection again that is impossible to explain. And I'm hoping that today, everyone will have the opportunity to reconnect and relive their youth exchange experiences.